What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and yesterday, John Anik tweeted that Leon Edwards and Belal Muhammad have signed the contract, so they are actually going to fight, and they're going to fight at UFC 304 in Manchester. And finally, right, this fight, arguably it should have happened, maybe in July of 2023, or maybe August of 2023, because Belal Muhammad, in May, he had beaten Gilbert Burns, and Leon Edwards had just beaten Kamaru Usman in the rematch, and Belal Muhammad was a rightful number one contender. But of course, arguably with Dana White privilege, Colby Covington gets a title shot out of nowhere, and the worst part about it is he gets a title shot in December. If you're gonna give someone who doesn't deserve it a title shot, fair enough, give him a title shot, but get it done as soon as possible. Don't wait until the end of the year to have this title fight. That was annoying and must have been very frustrating for Belal, because he's been out of the octagon for over a year now, and it's not good when you want to stay in there, you want to get active, you want to stay busy. And yeah, it's been over a year, while Leon, he's been out the octagon for about 6 months since he fought Colby Covington. And I'm excited for this matchup. Belal Muhammad, for some reason, the UFC just didn't want to give him a title shot when he should have gotten it. They didn't even offer Leon Edwards Belal Muhammad for UFC 300, when you know damn well that this guy was the only one who could actually fight, and he was gonna accept it, because even though it's Ramadan, he's Muslim, he said he was open to fighting Leon because he wants to be the champion. But they didn't give it to him for whatever. They didn't even offer him. He wasn't even a consideration when he's clearly the number one contender. And Dana White's talking about Shaka Rakhmonov. And Shaka, yes, he's up there, but, he's, in my opinion, Belal has done more to earn it. And I think Shaka is going to fight Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 305 in Perth. And then maybe the winner of that fight can take on the winner of Leon and Belal, hopefully in December at the end of the year, because they're fighting in July. And typically Leon, he fights twice or once a year. So I'm hoping that if he wins, which I think he will, I'm hoping that if he wins, he comes back and fights in December. We don't want to see inactive champions. Him versus the winner of Shaka and Jack Della would make a lot of sense. They're fighting in Perth. You're fighting in July, and in August, you're fighting in July, and then you settle it in December in Las Vegas, or maybe in November, if they don't take too much damage, in November in Madison Square Garden under the John Jones and Stipe Miocic card. But as for this fight, Belal Muhammad, he's definitely gotten better. He's improved his striking quite a bit. He's got good cardio. To be fair to him, he looked pretty good against Gilbert Burns, in terms of conditioning wise, even though that was on 3 weeks notice. He's got good grappling, but I don't think his offensive grappling is as good as Kamaru Usman's was. And I feel he is training with Islam Makhachev though, which is good, and he was training with Khabib for his fight versus Sean Brady. So you never know, maybe he might go for some alternate grappling techniques, because Usman and Colby, they were mainly it was basic wrestling techniques that they're using, the basic American style wrestling, the single legs, double legs, things like that. Whereas Islam and Khabib, they'll go for throws and a bunch of judo throws. And if Belal can implement some of those into his game plan, I think that'd be good. That'd be a good way to mix it up against Leon, because he's gone so proficient at defending those classic wrestling techniques, because he spent he spent basically 10 rounds in there with Usman in basically the last 2 years, and he spent 5 rounds with Colby where he was even taking him down. And yeah, I feel Leon is gonna be ready for that grappling, and I think Leon is a far better striker than Belal, although he's gone better. But I do feel if Leon, he sometimes has a tendency to try to take down the grapplers. If he tries to take down Belal, I think that's going to backfire a bit. He could get reversed, and Belal does have some solid takedown defense. I don't think I've seen him get taken down since 2019, or even ever since that run. I haven't seen a fight where he's gotten taken down. But I don't think Leon should try to grapple with Belal offensively. That'd be kind of weird. But one thing about Belal though, and the reason I'm not counting him out is because he has been wanting this for a long time. He's been getting ready for Leon. Obviously, he had that fight with Leon in 2021, which didn't go his way. It didn't go either man's way because it ended in the no contest. But he's been, thinking about that. He's had his sights on Leon because back then, people maybe might have like overlooked, and Leon, like Ben Askren, was messing around saying, "Oh, who is that guy?" And Kobe, same thing with Masvidal. They weren't really paying attention to him, but Belal has been paying attention to him, and I feel like his will to win is gonna help him quite a bit in this fight. I feel like he really wants this win. He's been campaigning for it. The UFC have, kind of like delayed him for whatever reason, and I feel like he's gonna have something to prove in this matchup. So I'm hoping that he puts on the performance of his life. Go out there and do your thing. Like, do what you gotta do to beat this guy. Leave it all in the cage. We don't want to hear excuses like Kobe Covington. But I think that Leon should win a decision here. I don't know if he could get a finish on Belal, depending on how Belal fights. But I definitely got my money on Leon right now.